I am Mike Adams, co-founder of Norwell EDGE. So Norwell EDGE is a brand new e-learning platform for the oil and gas industry, focused on bringing open, accessible and affordable training to the widest possible market. We are launching in spring of this year. We'll be rolling out our Upstream awareness course with 50 modules, assessments and an end-of-level exam. And then throughout 2018 into 2019, we'll also be rolling out our advanced course. So I grew up here in Aberdeen. I studied at U of A and then UBC in Vancouver. At university and then following university, I actually raced as a professional athlete in swimming and triathlon. And through triathlon, I met my wife, and we now live here in Aberdeenshire, up in Deeside, with our 2-year-old daughter. And following that, I got into oil and gas, working with Norwell. Norwell was established in '89 as a well engineering and project management firm. We've worked all over the world, a lot in emerging markets, especially in recent years, and that's really where my focus has been, primarily Africa in recent years. So Norwell EDGE's mission is to really level the playing field in oil and gas training, making it more open, affordable, accessible than ever before. We hope that if we do that as an industry, we can really tackle head on the major issues in training and competency that we face. One of the major issues that we find is that training is primarily focused on the big hubs. So in Aberdeen, in London, in Houston, places like that, you can't access training. And some companies are able to put their employees into that training. But even in those big hubs, it is very, very expensive. As you move out from those hubs, like the industry is doing, especially into the emerging market, the training just doesn't exist. You can get some training online, but it's bespoke and it's very expensive. And primarily people have to fly and travel away or fly people in. And it's a huge affordability hurdle that we face in the sector. In terms of openness, what we think is critical is that we're much more kind of free and open with our material, both us as Norwell, but the entire industry, so that when someone does training, you don't then take it back, or you don't keep it and hoard it. You share that. So if anybody comes onto Norwell EDGE, an employee or an individual, the material that they complete with us will then remain with them throughout their careers. So that as they go and advance and change employers even, they'll still be able to go back into that Norwell EDGE toolkit and look up that material and kind of keep building on that knowledge. In terms of accessibility, that's a key issue for us. We have to kind of break down those accessibility barriers so that everybody in every market can still get that comprehensive training. And for us, the key was e-learning. E-learning really overcomes a lot of those barriers because it can be accessed 24/7 in any country, on any device. You can be in the office, you can be commuting, you can be at home, and within a couple clicks, you're actually on the e-learning. You don't have to have a license, you don't have to download a lot of software, it's just there on the website. Affordability was probably the biggest issue for us because costs do escalate rapidly in oil and gas, and that has been seen in training. It's very, very expensive. So that was critical for us, and what we really wanted to achieve was a platform that no matter where you were in the world was affordable. We didn't want to have 100 different prices. We wanted one price, one platform, kind of one world market. And we were looking for inspiration in many places, and we found it in Netflix. Netflix has kind of no contracts, easy subscription model that is rolled out in 190 countries for essentially the same price. And that's what we've done. And we've then created individual and corporate subscriptions at great prices. For individuals, you'll be able to access at less than $20 a month. And then for companies, at less than $50 a month. In terms of where we're at right now, we're quite a long way into the EDGE journey, but we're right in the middle of our international beta test. So our platform is up, it's being tested, we have content on there, we're making changes before launch, and we have over 1,100 volunteers representing 375 organizations and companies from 45 countries taking part. So it's been a huge beta test. We're about halfway through now, and we're speaking to people. We're going to be going out and meeting people, and taking all that info from our stakeholders, and then really pushing us towards a launch in the spring. What we would love to see, kind of a bit more broadly than just Norwell EDGE, is the industry really kind of changing the way they think about training and being a bit more open and addressing the fact that it's a massive issue. You know, we have a growing industry, vastly changing demographics, and we need to address that. And we would love EDGE to be a tool that the industry can now use, but our vision of an industry where everybody is getting access to that fundamental knowledge that they can then take through their careers would just be brilliant. We would love to see that in every market.